Hello everyone, my name is Paula and this is the Stitched by Mrs D podcast, and this is all about sewing and knitting and sometimes crochet, but not today because I haven't done any for a little while, but I think I'm going to do some tomorrow. So next time, oh my belly's rumbling, I've forgot that my husband had bought me some mince pies and I saw them a minute ago and that's all I can think of now. So that will be my treat for once this is recorded. Hello Dennis, don't worry, she's okay. Now last time we had a catastrophe with Doug. This time we've had one with you, Lillian, haven't we? Last night something awful happened. I had to call the emergency vets. James has taught her a trick. He calls her in after she's had her wee at night time and she sits on a little chair and he will put her treats just up like on the worktop near the chair, and she will go like this with her paw and move them around, move them towards her. Well, I think she was doing this last night and he'd left them out. She'd come in by herself because she can get through the cat flap. And all my favourite mugs are kept right next to where this incident occurred. And all of a sudden I heard a crash and I heard James say, "Oh, you're going to be in trouble, Lillian, you're going to be in trouble." And she came walking through here, but like she could sort of only put pressure on one side of her body. Oh, I panicked. I'm a panicker. And James is normally the one who will keep calm. It happens with the animals and my children. I cannot keep calm in those sorts of situations. So yeah, I was really worried, and then it made me worry even more when James said, "I think we need to call the vets." So he lifted her up and he put her on a little soft chair over there, and she couldn't move and she was just looking at us. And so I got through to the vets. They were really good and called me straight back. And you know, when you're a bit worried about something, you just need someone to tell you what to do. Like when my kids were little and I'd take them to the doctors, in the back of my mind I knew they were okay, but sometimes you just need someone to say, "You're all right, don't worry, everything's okay." But that didn't really happen. They didn't really say anything to reassure me, but at the same time they didn't say anything to make me well, I just didn't know what to do, and I kept saying to the vet, "I don't know what to do," because they said, "Well, you can either bring her in and I'll have a look, or keep her comfortable overnight and bring her in the morning." And I didn't know what to do. Another thing, like when I had children, like I never knew, like you didn't want to be seen to be overreacting about stuff, but of course the one time you don't overreact is the time they need something sorting out. So I didn't know what to do. Oh, and I'm not a nurse anymore, but I'm a trained nurse, but I'm no longer registered. So even though I had that little bit of knowledge in my head, that probably makes it worse. But anyway, back to the dog story. So I was on the phone to the vet for about 20 minutes saying, "I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do." And by the time I'd finished panicking, she'd stood up and was walking around and was completely back to normal. So this is what we think happened. We think that she went up to get a treat, knocked one of the mugs down, and the mug hit her on the head, which dazed her for a little while. Because I don't know if you've ever had a bird fly into the window before and they're like dazed for a little while and then they get up and go. But honestly, I haven't felt the need to take her to the vet, so please don't think I'm being irresponsible. She's completely fine. Did a mug hit you on the head? Oh, because the mug that fell, I've got tiles in my kitchen, it didn't break. And I think it's because it had a soft landing on her head. And her legs and everything are fine, so only you know what happened, don't you? But Dennis was very worried. He's still worried now. But I just thought I'd tell you about that. Thank goodness you're okay. Oh, I do panic. Would you like to go and watch at the window and guard me? Go on then. So she can go now. She's looking at me as if saying, what on earth was all that about? You normally want Doug. So shall we get started with the knitting? Because that's what I'm here to tell you about. So I've got 2 finished things, 1 very, very nearly finished thing, and it's been my anniversary, so I've got some stuff, my presents to show you, and I've got a little video that I've made just before I sent off the teddy bear club, the autumn ones, and they're all lined up here, so I'll show you that. And then I've just got a few things to show you that I'm going to be putting in my shop. Oh, can you hear my belly? Oh, I really want mince pie, but I'll have it later. Right, so finished things. So do you remember last time I showed you a lovely ball of green wool that I'd bought from Ellie from Craft House Magic? And I said, oh, I'm going to make it into a beret. And I did. And oh, it's Ellie's pattern. I think it's called the Country Garden Beret. And there's 2 sizes. And I made the large because I have got a massive, massive head. And I finished it, and it fits. It's so hard for me to find a hat, to make a hat that fits me, because normally they're just a bit too small. So it was nice to have the option to make a large. I always thought my problem with hats was my fringe, but I've realised it was actually my bob, because I don't think it looks too bad. I've made my hair go all static now. My husband has started to use Alpecin shampoo, and I don't know if you've ever tried it, but it is the best shampoo in the world. Every time I use it, I get compliments. Buy some and try it. It's really good, but don't tell him because he moans. That's six quid a bottle, as he says. Anyway, back to the hat. Yeah, so this is the Country Garden Beret by Ellie from Craft House Magic. And this is DK, this is her wool as well, and it's called Basket Case. Can you see? I love doing this trellis pattern here, and these are the butterflies. I did it in a couple of evenings. It was lovely, and I was completely addicted to it, and I can't wait to wear it. I'd quite like to make some more in more colours. I think it looks quite nice. Well, I like it anyway. I think this is the shape of hat for me. I don't suit a like a tight bobble hat. I've got to have a little bit of stuff at the back. Who do I look like? That man out of well, I look like a chef, don't I? I'm not a chef. Yeah, so that's that. I don't think I've got a lot more to say about it, apart from I'd really recommend it if anyone would like to try making a beret. And also it made me try a new kind of cast on that I'd never, yes I have, because I did it to do this cardigan. Oh, I'll tell you about this cardigan now. This is, I've actually got jeans on today. It's the sort of weather, because I normally wear a dress every single day, but it's the kind of weather where it's a bit too cold for no tights, but you'll feel a bit daft wearing tights, like you're overreacting, so I put jeans on today. So this is the Regan, or the Regan, I don't know how you say it, R-E-G-A-N, Regan, cardigan by Isabel Kramer. And it's one of those ones, what's that, just a bit of fluff, that you can wear, you're supposed to be able to wear it upside down, or I'll put it on upside down and show you. It looks like a shawl upside down. Oh, I'm in a muddle. I don't think I've ever worn it this way round, apart from to demonstrate for people at work. But, oh, I'm in twist it around. I made this a couple of years ago. It is quite nice like that. Doesn't feel as warm though. This is I think it's Drops Flora that I made it out of. It's alright, but it's so bobbly. But I do wear it quite a lot. It's let me stand up with it like this. It's 4-ply. See? And I thought it would be quite a boring thing to make because there's just so much lace, but it's not. I enjoyed making it. Yeah, a couple of years ago, at a time when I was working with a lady, she was covering for my friend who was on maternity leave, and I didn't have anything in common with her at all, like in a bad way, apart from knitting. But she started, so I went in with my floozy on, and then a few weeks later she come in with one on. And I've got a shawl by Curious Handmade called the Surprise Party Shawl. I went in wearing that one day. She came in with it on. She started to copy everything I made, which was ever so strange. I don't mind. Well, it was just weird because we sat next to each other with the same stuff on. Anyway, that's enough about her. Yeah. But yeah, I love this hat. I think it looks alright with my hair colour and my blue eyes. Yeah, my fake hair colour. It's not real. I need to dye it again. Now, what else have I? Oh yeah. Oh, I've got to go over there because I've got something new to show you. I've treated myself to a set of sock blockers. I've only got, I don't block my socks, and I still don't do them, and I never will, because I put them straight on. But I can't remember which one it was, but it was one of the online wall festivals that have been going on. I can't remember which one, and there was a shop on there called Ginger Twist Studios, and it was an actual shop, and you got to go in. And I saw these hanging up on the wall, and I just couldn't resist, so I thought I'll get those. I love the colour, and look, it's a little cat holding some wool. But I just thought I'd get some just for demonstration purposes, because I don't think that I'm doing any of the wool or the socks that I'm making any favours by just putting them on my hands. So I thought I'd get them to show you. I feel professional now. I'm not professional, never will be. So I was making these last time, and these are my Peter socks. And this is a pattern by Kay from the Bakery Bears. And the wool is from Stuart Yarns, and it was a club. Isn't it lovely? I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I love it when every single stitch is a different colour. I'll put the other one on as well, because I've got two. All I can think about is the mince pies. I should have had one before, but I'll appreciate it more, won't I, if I wait. There you go. They're lovely. Yeah, Peter socks. These are the third pair that I've made, and they certainly won't be the last. It's just such a nice pattern. I haven't really got a lot more to say about these, to be honest, apart from I love them. And I'm going to put them on in a minute when I eat my mince pie and have a cup of tea. So that's that. And now I've got something which it should have been, if we hadn't have had the incident with Lillian last night, these would have been finished. So these are made from a set of minis, 10 mystery minis that I got from Wild Rose Yarns, and I've shown them to you before a few episodes ago. And you know me, I like to use my stuff, it doesn't sit around for very long, so I cast on another pair of pearly dot socks. I won't put these on the blockers. So I decided, because these were two separate 10-gram minis, they were still quite similar, quite close in colour. So I've decided to do the cuff, heel and the toes in the peach. I've just got the toes to go and they're done. These are for Lizzie, my littlest daughter. She had her eye on them, so I said she could have them. And when I said she could, she was so pleased. She said, "Oh, are they for me?" And she was really pleased. Now, these remind me of some sweets that I used to have in the 80s. I don't know what they were called, but I can see the advert in my head as clear as day. It was a wedding and everything was black and white, and then I think they were having their pictures taken outside the church, and they started to eat these bars that looked like this, and everything changed colour and turned into like rainbow. Yeah, and they remind me of these sweets. I don't know what they were called though. If anyone knows, they were like a long bar, sort of like a Refreshers bar, but they didn't have anything in the middle. They were just colours, stripes. Yeah. Did I tell you these are the Pearly Dot socks by Sandra from Cherry Heart? And I think that these are the most addictive socks that I've ever made in my life. I don't know what it is about them, but when I start, I can't put them down. I don't know if it's because I make them with minis and the stripes make me want to do them more, or if it's the stitch pattern is just really nice to do. But because these were made with minis, after every stripe I had the treat. I didn't wind up all of the balls before I started. They were a treat for doing each stripe. So when I got to there, I had to wind that up all the way down. Yeah, you know I like winding up a ball. So there they are. They're very, very lovely. So they will be finished in just a moment when I'm eating my mince pie and having a cup of tea, which can't wait for. I love mince pies. I've found that the older I get, the more mince pies I am capable of eating. So that's that. Right, I've got one. Oh, I haven't done anything on my Blossom cardigan over the last few weeks, just because I can't be bothered. But that's what I'm going to do next, because I'm now in the mood. I've just got the sleeves to do, and they won't take me very long because they are they haven't got, it's a DK and they haven't got very many stitches, and of course sleeves decrease down. Right, so in this bag here I have got a new thing that you haven't seen before. Do you remember last time I said that I'd had a swap with Kathy from Whatnot on Instagram, and I'd sent her one of my bears, which has now arrived safely, thank goodness, and she sent me 2 of her lovely skeins of wool. Now what I was going to do was make a pair of pearly dots with one of them and a hat with the other, but then I decided that they travelled all this way together, because they're from Australia, that they should stay together. So I decided to use them together in a shawl. So I had a look around Ravelry, and then I remembered I'm going to start having a look straight in my library whenever I need to look for a pattern, because I've got loads, but I buy stuff with something in mind, like the pattern, and then I will sometimes start something else, and then so yeah, this is the Sea Gleam. It's not. I think it's called the Sea Siren getting sea gleam from? There might be a pair of socks called the Sea Gleam. That might be one of the new Curious Handmade ones. Anyway, this is the Sea Siren Shawl by Truly Myrtle, the lady who designed the floozy pattern. And I've had this pattern for a little while. I was going to use some Kate Celine and some pink to make it, but no, I decided to use this. So here we go. This stitch pattern is really, really lovely to do. I don't think I'll be giving anything away if I say that it's knitted in the same process that the top of the floozy is made, so it's mosaic knitting to make the different colours. So yeah, I got two different colours. Let me show you. Hello. But you wouldn't think that they were the ones in the shawl, would you? It's because the peachy one takes over from the blue one. So I've just got to keep increasing, and then eventually, like I'm still doing this stitch, and then eventually you get to the top, and then it turns into like a weird lace that I've never done before. So I'm looking forward to seeing how I have to make that pattern, and that's when the blue will dominate at the top. There'll be a strip of the blue. Go and have a look at the pattern and you'll see what I mean. Sea Gleam by it's not called Sea Gleam, I think it's called the Sea Siren Shawl. If I had another sort of phone or something, I'll be able to tell you. I nearly called it the Sea Gleam again. I'm sure it's called the Sea Siren Shawl. If you want to know, ask me, because you know I don't do shawl show notes. I don't do show notes. Just ask me. If ever you've got a question, just ask me and I'll tell you, because I'm not very reliable at giving out information off the top of my head, apparently. Never mind. So next time I see you, hopefully I'll have some more to show you. But it's lovely. Lovely colours. And it feels lovely as well. It's nice and silky. Yeah. So I'm pleased with that. So I think that's it for knitting at the moment. I'm going to finish my Blossom cardigan. Oh, I have got something else that I've started, but it is literally just some stitches on a needle. I've started a Whitmore, a black one, because do you remember me saying ages ago that I wanted to make a navy blue cardigan and a black jumper? So I've started that, and I'm using the same King Cole Cotton Soft DK to make it in. So next time, hopefully I'll show you a little bit more of that. So now I'm going to show you my presents that I got for my wedding anniversary, and oh, I'm so happy. I think the 11th year must have been a good one, because I was treated very, very well. I'll tell you a story about the postman. So I'm still working from home at the moment, so I'm here for all deliveries. So he knocked on the door and I answered it, and I'd hinted for some wool, and he's handed me the parcel. He said, "Oh, one for him this time," and I got hold of it and I was going, "Oh, I know what this is. This is my anniversary present." He said, "Oh, what is it?" I said, "Oh, it's some balls of wool." He went, "Balls of wool? Surely you prefer a necklace or something like that." I said, "Oh no, I'm not that sort of girl. I would much rather have some wool over diamonds or jewellery or anything like that." And I really, really would. I said, "I'm a cheap date. I like scampi and I like chips. I'd much rather have that than go out for anything posh." And he said, "So, yeah, what you saying? A bag of chips and a can of Tizer and you're anyone's?" I said, "Well, Well, not quite. I just like, well, I wouldn't say I'm anyone's. Bag of chips. I would like a bag of chips and a can of Tizer. I don't even know if you can still get Tizer. My nan used to call it Tizzer. And she used to call, you know the shop Happy Shopper? There used to be a brand called Happy Shopper. She used to call it the Happy Snapper for some reason. But anyway, that's got nothing to do with anything. Yeah, so like I said, the 11th year must have been a good one, because when the postman had gone, I was having a feel of the bag. And I thought there were 3, but there were actually 4 skeins. So I'll show you. They're all from Beehive Yarns, and he gave them to me the night before, and I had to close my eyes and hold my hands out, and he put each one in my hand one by one. So this is the first one. And because it was steel, I said get something with stellina in it, so they're all sparkly. This one is called, I can't say it, you can read it. You can't read it because it's all blurred. I'll spell it. N-A-I-A-D. I can't say it, I'm not even going to attempt it. So that's that one. And I am going to make a pair of socks with this. Oh no, I'm not. I've got plans for everything. I'm going to make a pair of the Bakery Bears Lady Mary mitts with that one. And then this one, which he said was a wild card, but I think is actually my favourite out of the whole lot. I can say this one. This one is called Lady Midnight. You know how much I like navy blue? Look at that. So this one, I'm going to make a lacy beret with that one. So I love a bit of navy blue. This one is called Rose. I always say lichen, but I think it's actually lichen. Rose lichen. And I'm going to make socks with this one. He picked them all himself, isn't it sweet? I got him a penknife. And a Chinese takeaway. From our favourite Chinese takeaway, which is near my mum's house. A meal bee with chips. This one is called Lust for Life, and it's grey with yellow, orange and pink and purple. Yeah, so wasn't I a lucky girl? And I'm going to make some socks with this one as well. I love them all, and I love them being a surprise, and they were picked for me, which is so sweet. So I've also had arrive my Dolly Parton Club from Beehive Yarns. So this is a Beehive Yarns show. Now, if you haven't had it yet, look away. Look, this was the last one, and this one was called Backwoods Barbie, and this is the new one, and it's called Heartbreaker. I am going to make a Dolly Parton shawl. So far everything is going to plan. They coordinate. I think I'm going to make another stillness shawl with these. I think that will look really nice, because it's a 3-part club and the other one hasn't arrived yet. I think that will come in the first week of October. Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it? And these are sparkly as well. Lovely sparkly Dolly Parton shawl to walk around town in. So I think that's it for that. So what I'll do now, because I'm not very good at well, obviously I'm not very good at making videos, and I don't know how to edit properly. All I know is my phone stopped. Why did it stop? That's a coincidence, because I was just saying I don't know how to edit. I only know how to stick things together. So I'm going to stop filming so that I can insert the video of me talking about the Teddy Bear Club. I don't know why it stopped. Maybe it reached half an hour and cut off, but I've done longer videos than half an hour before. Oh well. Yeah, so I will stop now and then I'll put in the teddy bear club, and then I'll talk again. So I just got to stop and then start again. I'm useless. Hello everyone, it's Paula of the past. Today is Wednesday, no it's not. Today is Tuesday, the 1st of September, and tomorrow I'm sending out all of my autumn bears, but I wanted to show them to you before they went. So here they all are. Their names, I'm going to have to read it off of the list. They're called Acorn, Hazel, Olive, Mrs. Fig, Beryl, Nutmeg, Mrs. Blackberry, Mrs. Ginger, Laurel, Maple and Honey. And I'll get one down for you to show you. Now, which is there a volunteer? We'll pick you. She fell in the roses. So here she is. So she's got a skirt on, which is made from some Liberty fabric, and I've just looked up what it is, and it's called Capel, or I don't know how you say it. It's C-A-P-E-L, yellow. And she's got tilde knickers on, and a little tilde button, which is, I think it's mother of pearl, which I love. But if you ever scrape your nail on one of the buttons, it's probably one of the worst sensations in the world. And her jumper is made from Giddy Yarns in a colour called Plum Chutney, and I scoured indie dyers to find the right colour, the colour that I wanted. I wanted it to look hand dyed, and I wanted it to look this exact colour, and I wanted it to have an autumny name, and I think that Plum Chutney is a lovely name. Now on the front of her jumper she has got a pumpkin, and when I first thought of making these bears I knew that I definitely wanted to put a pumpkin on their jumper, and I also wanted it to look like they'd stitched it on themselves, which of course they have. So yeah, there's 11 of them. They're all going out tomorrow. There were going to be 10 going out, and I'd made one for myself to keep, but somebody asked if they could have one. Of course they'd missed out, and I said yes. So yeah, I hope you like them. You're going to go, aren't you? I'm going to miss them. Isn't it nice having them all lined up like this? They're made the way I always make my teddy bears, so they're a similar size, but they're not all exactly the same. They've got the same like skirt and the same jumper, but I've made sure that, let's have a look, so let's have a look at you. Oh my goodness me, a disaster. Come on girls, stand up. So look at these two. They've got different pumpkins. Their face is a little bit different. So yeah, my favourite. The same but different. I like that. So yeah, I hope you like them, and I'll tell you a little bit about the Christmas bears who will be next in the Teddy Bear Club. Thank you. Bye bye. There, so that was my Teddy Bear Club. I loved making them. I loved everything about them apart from going to the post office, because I always seem to go to the post office right at the wrong moment. I don't know if that happens to anybody else, but it certainly happens to me. I had a lot of parcels because I had some from a shop update as well. As soon as I walked in, like loads of other people did as well, and I felt really sorry for the girl who was serving me because it was just her. It was awful. I felt very uncomfortable. Yeah, they've all arrived in their new homes, and I've had some pictures of them, and everybody who bought one has let me know that they've arrived safely. Some have been out on adventures already, so they've all gone to very, very nice homes. Yeah. The Christmas ones will be going on sale on the 1st of October, and I'm going to be posting them out in the first week of November. And then after that it will be the winter one, so if you don't like Christmas there'll be a winter one after. Did I just say I'd be putting them up at 7 o'clock? I don't know what's happened to my hair. Yeah, they'll be going up at 7 o'clock and I'd say the theme is more festive and jolly rather than sparkly and snowy. I'm going to save sparkly and snowy for the winter bears. So yeah, think jolly and lovely. So I'm going to tell you quickly about the shop update that I'm having tomorrow night. So I've got these 3 girls going in. This will be at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. I don't know what the date is tomorrow, but it's going to be Saturday at 7 o'clock. I've got these 3 going in. Oh, they squabble so bad. I have to separate them at night time, because if I don't, I find them on the floor and they push each other. So I do like you girls, but you haven't been the best behaved. I'm sure they'll be fine if they've been split up. So we've got Janet, Jenny and Judy. They've all got hand knitted jumpers on, and they've all got very lovely Tilda skirts and Tilda knickers. So this little girl has got a lovely Ducky Darlings jumper. Can you hear Dennis snoring? I dyed this one, and I can't remember what this one is, but it's nice and pink. So yeah, they'll all be going in. I do like pandas. They're sweet, aren't they? If I put you in the teacups behind me, will you behave? I'll separate you. They're all right. I'm making out that they're naughty, but they are okay, really. Just a bit naughty when they get together. And then I've got some bags. So I've got these ones. Now, when I first taught myself to sew, I put a bow on everything. I've got some of my old ones to show you. So I've got this one. And then this is a really, really, really old one, because I love bows. If you saw my wedding picture on Instagram, that had a bow on the front. I just love bows. And this is a very, very old one. Look at that. And look, it must have a locket or something in the bottom. I think everybody's found a sticky locket, haven't they? Or a hall soother in the bottom of a pocket or a bag at some point that you forget. Look at that. I bet that's a hall soother. You're going to think I'm disgusting now, aren't you? It's happened to everybody though. So yeah, they're very old, but they're just some examples from the past. But I've decided to resurrect that design. So I've made this one here, which has got a lovely big Cath Kidston bow on the front. These are smaller sock size bags, and I haven't boxed the corners off. And of course they've got a bit of bunting. I put bunting on the back on everything as well when I first learnt to sew. I've got some bags upstairs, I'll show you next time, with bunting all over them as well. And I used to put it on cushions, anywhere I could put it on. And hearts as well. I haven't done any heart bags yet. Maybe that will be the next thing. Cushions with hearts on, cushions with bows on, and bunting. Yeah. So yeah, that's a nice bright one. And then this is a Tilda one. Yeah, they're just little ones. I'll put this in and show you. There. Oh, I do love bows. And then I've got this Liberty one that I put a picture of on Instagram. And this Liberty one. I like that. It's quite old to me. And my little friend here, she's got a skirt made out of it. Ooh, doesn't they look nice? She's not for sale, I'm afraid. I have to keep her. She was my prototype, and I can't part with you. Also, her eyes are just made from pins. I can't sell that. These guys here, these little girls, have got proper beads. And then I've got this little chubby bag going in. It's a bit smaller, this one, than the size I normally make. And then this one. And then this one. This is a smaller one as well. That would probably be suitable for, well, it would be suitable for socks. I like this one. I like the colours. Okay. And then I've got these two big ones. This one. These are the new autumny Tilda fabrics. and this one. These are the new ones as well. There. Yeah, so they'll be going in tomorrow night. Did I say 6 or 7? 7. It's definitely 7 o'clock. If I said 6 before, I meant 7. And I hate to say it. Well, I don't hate to say it. I don't mind. I love it. I have ordered some Christmas fabric today, so maybe next time I'll have some Christmas bags to show you. Is it too early? But I think if you're making people Christmas presents, it's nice to have a Christmas bag to put it in, isn't it? So yeah, I will have some Christmas bags next time. I'm sorry if anyone doesn't like that sort of stuff, but I think it's good to get prepared. Although none of my kids know what they want from Father Christmas this year. Actually, one of them does, but the girls don't know. Oh, I do love Father Christmas. It's exciting, isn't it? Can't wait. I cannot wait. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to finally go and have that mince pie I've been talking about all along. So yeah, hopefully I'll have my cardigan finished next time and a bit done on my Whitmore. And I probably won't show you Lizzie's socks because I think she wants to put them on tonight. So I will show them to you. I'll put a picture of them on Instagram if she doesn't trash them. I'll put a picture on as soon as I finish them. But yeah, I hope you're all okay. Thank you to everybody who writes comments and says hello. It's always nice. I hope I've replied to everybody. If I haven't replied to you, I 100% have not done it on purpose. So if I haven't replied, you might have to give me a little nudge. And thank you to everybody who's mentioned me. And I think that's it because I'm embarrassed. Would you like to sample the girls? Alright, hopefully I will see you again soon. I hope you're all okay. I've got to try and edit this together now. I don't know how. Apparently I ran out of storage earlier. Well, I know how to stick things together, so hopefully it'll be okay. Right, I've got to have a cup of tea. See you. Bye.